Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW M850i. This is the xDrive Gran Coupe. It's finished off in Bernina Gray Metallic, and it has an MSRP just shy of $120,000. We have a lot to go over for this performance-oriented BMW, and we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 4.4-liter twin-turbo V8. This is also paired to the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 523 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque, sent to all four wheels, propelling this 4,700-pound vehicle from 0 to 60 in as quick as 3.5 seconds, and it has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, you'll notice the entire kidney grille is finished off in matte black with some gloss black accents. There's a forward-facing camera, really nice design for the LED headlight housings. And then in the lower section, there's more gloss black. There's a sensor for the distance pacing, as well as parking sensors, and then very large inlets too. Really nice edges up front to give it a sporty look, as well as having a few lines that come down the hood. Now, this also has a really nice set of two-tone wheels, along with the black M Sport brakes. There's a trim accent just behind that. Gloss black for the power folding side mirrors, which have a camera and a turn signal. And then with the M850, you get the carbon fiber roof. There's also more gloss black for all the window trim, and really nice subtle lines coming down the back, giving this more of that coupe-like look, especially with the roofline there, but it's stretched very nicely. And then in back, there's the BMW badge with the backup camera down below, LED lights, there's all the parking sensors, and then a little bit different of a gray trim accent for this lower diffuser, with the exhaust on both sides, which we can start up because this does have remote start. It's not all that loud on the startup, but the revs are definitely very loud, which I did in the full review. And then you can use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath to open up the power trunk. Now in back, there's a good bit of storage. There's no storage underneath the floor, but you have this net here. You can also fold down the back seats as well, and there's some tie-down hooks too. So that way you can secure any items that you have in the back. Now, the vehicle does lock, like you just heard. This has the proximity door handle, so you can unlock it, which is nice. This also has the cognac leather interior along with the black leather. There's brushed aluminum. There's also the sunshade here, which you use with the controls down below. So you have the passenger side and the one on the rear glass. Bang & Olufsen or Harman Kardon for the audio, and then there's even more storage in that lower section there. And then as we hop in at 5'10", it's not that hard to get into. I have plenty of space. There's also a storage pocket here. More carbon fiber interior lighting. You have your vents, some auxiliaries, and storage. You even get heated seats, and then your adjustments right in the middle. Now, this is a 5-seater, so if you are the person stuck in the middle, not really all that bad to have this front and center. So it's still pretty comfortable for that and easy to get out. And then right in the middle, you have the armrest with a little bit of storage, as well as 2 cup holders. You can also fold down the seat if you need to. That rear sunshade is currently up, where there's also Alcantara and speakers, and then Alcantara for the entire headliner. I also have a less than a ½ inch of headroom, but I can sit up comfortably at my height. Now up front, there's the memory seating adjustments. You have all of your window controls, side mirror adjustments, trunk release, and a lot more storage. And then we have the automatic front seats with the one manual adjustment for the leg support there. Well, let's start this back up. We have the solid leather steering wheel, which is heated. Cruise, adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist on the left side. Right side, you have volume tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. There's also the paddle shifters too. And then with the infotainment system, you only have a few settings over on that right side. The rest of the screen is going to be fixed. So you just use this toggle on the top of the turn signal stalk to get through all of that information. Now you have headlight adjustments along with an air vent, leather for the entire dash. And then on the infotainment system, for your home screen, you have some widgets here that you can get through. You also have a lot more under car. So especially when you go into settings, you can go through all of your lighting, your engine, or your remote start. You have general settings, quite a lot that you can get into. You even have some driver information that you can look at. And you do have shortcuts located down below to further get through all of that information. There's also a shortcut to the intelligent safety, so you can go through that. And you do have some AC adjustments right in the middle with that LCD screen. So that way you can quickly go through all of this as needed, along with your temperature and all of that. Now there's also heated and ventilated seats. They utilize one control, so you can set that up to what you would like. You have power and volume tuning, more carbon fiber in the middle, where you have cup holders, auxiliaries, and wireless charging. If we put this into reverse, you get that 360 camera system. There's backup assistance along with automatic parking. And then you have that 360 view. You can use the gesture control if you would like, where you have no shortage of visibility. There's also a shortcut to the forward-facing camera, so you can pull that up. You have drive and the ability to shift here or with the paddle shifters. And then you have some controls on this left side, along with all the driving modes. So the exhaust will change, especially in sport mode. And then you have auto hold, the e-brake, storage and auxiliaries, more storage down below. There's garage door buttons up top, and then you have your dome lights and the Alcantara headliner there. And then here's a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see in both directions, so you really don't have many blind spots. And we're still in sport mode, second gear. Here we go. Just a mild acceleration. Paddles are pretty quick even with that acceleration, and you have a lot more to go through, of course, with this. But here's what it's like to be behind the wheel for the M850i. For the 25-year model, there's no changes, hardly. This is still the same as the 2020 model, I believe, is when this generation and style came out. So hopefully, I'm not sure if BMW plans to continue with this model, but if there is a 2026, hopefully we get the curved screen and some newer tech for this. But if that's not for you, I have no complaints with this. I own a 2022 BMW with the same layout, and it's really nice to go through with all the physical buttons and everything. So I can definitely see the appeal of sticking with this layout and this tech. But it's such a nice vehicle to drive. It gives you that luxury focused, I'm gonna call it a sedan. We have even leather, more ambient lighting up top here. So you can get a few different options. It's even right here too, that's neat to see. So you can get a lot of options just depending on how you want to spec this, but it gives you more of that luxury, larger-ish sedan vibe, but you still have something that's easy to drive, easy to park, something to drive every single day. So if it's mainly just you, maybe you have a few other people, it's not all that bad. So you're really getting the performance of this and just that luxury ride and drive. And even when you put it into the normal setting, the shifts are much crisper, and it lets you rev it out just a little bit more when it shifts for you. So it's really neat that you have a few different driving characteristics just to accommodate this to how you're driving for the day. And as far as making a U-turn with this, turning radius is pretty tight. So again, it makes it much more maneuverable in those situations. And that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW M850i Gran Coupe. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.